Hello friends, welcome back. Today's topic is highway drainage. Highway drainage is the process of removing and controlling excess surface and subsurface water within the roadway or right of way. Adequate drainage is essential for the protection of the investment made in the highway structure. Therefore, design, construction and maintenance of appropriate highway drainage system is one of the most important tasks of a highway engineer. It is important to provide an effective drainage system for all categories of roads in rural and urban areas in order to prevent early deterioration and failure of various components of road including the road pavements. The measures taken to control the flow of surface water are termed as surface drainage system, and the measures dealing with the groundwater in various forms are termed as subsurface drainage system. The highway drainage system thus consists of surface drainage system and subsurface drainage system. Objects of highway drainage. The surface drainage system enables to drain the water from the pavement surface and shoulders during the rain and to divert it to the roadside drains such that the entry of water into the pavement layers and the subgrade soil is minimized. During rain, one portion of rainwater flows along the surface as runoff water and the remaining portion of the water percolates through the soil mass under the action of gravity until it reaches the groundwater table. Removal and diversion of surface water from the roadway and adjoining land is termed as surface drainage. Surface drainage of the roadway is to be effected with the help of well-designed and constructed surface drainage system consisting of camber, cross slope, shoulders, roadside drains, etc. Diversion and removal of excess soil water from the subgrade is termed as subsurface drainage. The subsurface drainage system enables intercepting the seepage flow of water and diverting the same away from the roadway to the nearest water course. The subsurface drainage system also helps in lowering the groundwater table well below the subgrade and in controlling the capillary rise of water. A small portion of water is retained in pores of the soil mass and on the surface soil particles by surface tension and adsorption force which cannot be drained off by normal gravitational method, and this water is termed as held water. Subsurface water can seep through the soil mass or hillside drains from higher level and may get into the pavement layers, including the subgrade. It is desirable to intercept and divert seepage flow of water with appropriate planned subsurface drainage system. Significance of highway drainage. An increase in moisture content causes decrease in strength or stability of soil mass, which support the pavement layers. Variation in soil strength and magnitude of deformation due to application of traffic load and due to variation in moisture content depends on the soil type and the mode of stress application. Highway drainage is important because of excess moisture in soil subgrade causes considerable lowering of its stability. The thickness requirement of pavement structure is designed considering the lowest stability or strength value of the subgrade soil corresponding to the highest possible moisture content in the soil. Increase in moisture cause reduction in strength of many pavement materials like stabilized soil and waterborne macadam. If stability of the soil subgrade falls below the design value, the pavement is likely to fail due to subgrade failure. Sustained contact of water with bituminous pavement cause failure due to stripping of bitumen from aggregates like loosening or detachment of some of the bituminous pavement layers and formation of potholes. Stagnation of water on the pavement surface or edge and increase in moisture content in the pavement layers can cause reduction in strength characteristics of most of the flexible pavement component material. So excess water on shoulder and pavement edges causes considerable damage. In some clay soil, variation in moisture content causes considerable variation in volume of subgrade. One of the important type of flexible pavement failure due to poor drainage is by progressive development of undulations on roadway surface in the form of rutting along the wheel path of heavy vehicles. Requirements of highway drainage. The surface water from the carriageway and shoulder should effectively be drained off without allowing it to percolate to the subgrade and weaken the soil. And seepage and the other source of underground water should be drained off by the subsurface drainage system. The surface water from the adjoining land should be prevented from entering the roadway, and highest level of groundwater table should be kept well below the level of subgrade, preferably 1.2 meter below the surface. The side drain should have sufficient capacity and longitudinal slope to carry away all the surface water collected from the roadway. In waterlogged areas, special precautions should be taken, especially if detrimental salt are present or if flooring is likely to occur. Flow of surface water across the road and shoulder and along the slope should not cause erosion or from the cross nuts. Surface drainage. During rains, part of the rainwater flows on surface and part of it percolates through the soil mass as gravitational water until it reaches the groundwater below the water table. Removal and diversion of surface water from the roadway and adjoining land is termed as surface drainage. The surface water from the roadway and the adjoining land is to be collected and then disposed of with the help of surface drainage system. Methods of surface drainage are by longitudinal side drain, catch basins and inlets are used in case of urban areas, providing dam-proof course, providing proper camber, providing sufficient slope to the sides, keeping the level of carriageway at least 60 cm above the highest flood level. Surface drainage by side drains for road embankment. So this is the pavement surface, shoulder, side drain and borrow pit. It is necessary to provide side drain on one side or both sides when road is constructed in embankment. Side drain should be at least 2 meters away from bottom edge of an embankment, and depth of side drain is kept 1 to 1.5 meter to prevent the entry of drain water into the embankment. This figure shows side drains for road in case of cutting. So this line shows slope of the ground, formation width, carriageway width and side drains are provided on either side of the pavement. Catch basins. So catch basin is a structure like chamber constructed on a sewer line. Water from pavement surface is collected in catch basin and discharged into the sewer line. The catch basin is provided with grating to prevent the entry of rubbish into the drainage system. This figure shows inlets in a concrete box with a grating either at the top or in the side. So here water will be collected. Subsurface drainage. Removal or diversion of excess soil water from subgrade is termed as subsurface drainage. Changes in moisture content of subgrade are caused by fluctuations in groundwater table, seepage flow, percolation of rainwater, movement of capillary water. In subsurface drainage of highways, it is attempted to keep the variation of moisture in subgrade soil to a minimum. However, only the gravitational water can be drained by the usual drainage system. How to do subsurface drainage? There are three steps. So first one is lowering of water table, controlling seepage flow and controlling capillary water. Lowering of water table in that the highest level of water table should be fairly below the level of subgrade in order that the subgrade and pavement layers are not subjected to excessive moisture. From practical consideration, it is suggested that the water table should be kept at least 1 to 1.2 meter below the subgrade. And controlling of seepage flow when the general ground as well as the impervious strata below are sloping, seepage flow is likely to exist. If the seepage zone is at depth less than 0.6 to 0.9 meter from the subgrade level, longitudinal pipe drain in trenches filled with filter material and clay seal may be constructed to intercept the seepage flow. And control of capillary rise. If the water reaching the subgrade due to capillary rise is likely to detrimental, it is possible to solve the problem by arresting the capillary rise instead of lowering the water table. The capillary rise may be checked by providing the suitable capillary cutoff by granular capillary cutoff method or impermeable capillary cutoff method. Lowering of high water table in permeable soil. In places where water table is high, the best remedy is to take the road formation on embankment of height not less than 1.2 to 1.5 meter above the ground level. When the formation is to be at or below the general ground level at cuttings, it is necessary to lower the water table so as to keep the subgrade as dry as possible. If the soil is relatively permeable, it may be possible to lower the high water table by construction of longitudinal drains. So this is filter, sand, clay seal. So this line shows original groundwater level and this is lower of water table due to longitudinal drains. The depth of trench would depend on required lowering of water table. If the soil is relatively less permeable, the lowering of groundwater table may not be adequate. Hence, in addition to the longitudinal drain, transverse drains have to be installed at suitable interval in effectively drain of the water. So this shows the plan of transverse drains and this is section of the transverse drains. Control of seepage flow. When the general ground as well as the impervious strata below the sloping seepage flow is likely to exist if the seepage zone is at a less than depth 0.6 to 0.9 meter from the subgrade level, the longitudinal pipe drain in trench filled with filter material and clay seal may be constructed to intercept the seepage flow. So this figure shows control of seepage flow. So this is perforated drain pipe. So this is lowered seepage line and this is zone of seepage flow. So filter material sealed with clay seal. And impermeable capillary cutoff. If the water reaching the subgrade due to capillary rise is likely to be detrimental, it is possible to solve the problem by arresting the capillary rise instead of lowering the water table. The capillary rise may be checked by providing suitable capillary cutoff by one of these two methods. So this one is granular capillary cutoff and second one is impermeable capillary cutoff. In granular capillary cutoff, a layer of granular material of suitable thickness is provided during the construction of embankment between the subgrade and highest level of subsurface water table, which is shown in this figure. The thickness of granular capillary cutoff layer should be sufficiently higher than the anticipated capillary rise, within the granular layer so that the capillary water cannot rise above the cutoff layer. And second one, impermeable capillary cutoff. In this method, an impermeable membrane or bituminous layer is inserted in the place of granular blanket during the construction of embankment. So which is shown in this figure. Thank you.